as aggressively as you possibly can in most situations. There's my 2-1, so I'll try again here. Let's watch the replay. Full vision of the map, right? We've got a guy looking for drops up here. I have these. This is how to have really good, solid fundamentals behind you. Hey guys, it's Filtersc here, and welcome back for episode number 2 of my Protoss Bronze to Master series. In this particular episode, we're going to be taking a look at very simple theory, and then in the next one, we're going to put that into practice. The theory for this episode is, number 1, I don't really want to unleash a horde of zealots on the Bronze League. I don't think that'll be too fun for a lot of players, and then the second part about that is, obviously there's some flaws to that, in that, Mutalist Rush or Cloak Banshee Rush or, Dark Templar are going to kill you if you just go for Mass Zealot. However, that being said, it's still a really good way to start, and the theory behind this is your average Bronze, Silver League player, maybe even some Gold League players, cannot beat the Elite AI difficulty. Now, I've gone through and tested this out, and it's possible to beat Zerg and Protoss fairly easily with just Mass Zealot, but the unfortunate thing is beating Terran sometimes is a little bit more difficult. So if you do get Terran when you're playing the Elite AI and you can't beat them with just Zealots, don't feel too bad. I was about 50-50 when I was practicing it, so don't worry too much about that. Now, the theory behind this is to get used to the idea of, as a Protoss player, having a lot of stuff, being able to make a lot of stuff, and then the second part about that is getting used to using your Chrono Boost, making an absolute ton of probes, and then getting used to the idea that sometimes you cut units to get buildings up. So that's going to be kind of a key factor throughout this series. So, that being said, let's talk about what we're looking for in terms of our benchmark, and what we're going to be able to do at about 10 minutes. So, by 10 minutes into the game, we're going to be looking to have 56 probes, about 18 zealots, and 8 gateways. Now, what this is going to allow us to do is win the game fairly easily, and then at about the 9-minute mark is when you're going to want to start attacking. So you have to attack a little bit earlier, then you would finish probing, but that's okay, and not too big of a deal. It's pretty easy and straightforward, and it's a very simple drill. Again, you don't want to do it on ladder, you want to do it against the Elite AI. Now, in order to simulate doing a real build, all we're going to do is we're going to get our pylon on 9 like we regularly would. We're going to get our gateway on 13 like we normally would. However, this time around, we're going to be getting a 16-second gateway, as well as a pylon at that time. Rather than just simply going ahead and getting gas and a cybernetics core like we normally would, we're going to try to simulate dumping a little bit of extra minerals, because we're going to have to get used to that. If we just did one gateway with no gas, I mean, you'd never do that in a real game. So we want to simulate it a little bit by getting that extra gateway. That's the reason we're going to do that. Alright, so the last thing, like I said, we're going to continuously expand here, and we're going to get used to the idea of cutting units in order to get what we want. So in this particular game, what I want you to do is every time you get to 16 probes, you're going to continue making probes, but you're going to cut zealot production and expand. And the ultimate goal is to get up to 3 bases with 24 probes on each base, and you want to have that set up by about 12 minutes while you're constantly attacking. This is really important, as it's going to set the base kind of foundation for you going forward. Now, the only way you're really going to make the numbers that we're looking for is if you spend a lot of your Chrono Boost on those probes, and you get used to the idea of using Chrono, because I see a lot of lower league players are just not using it. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how we're going to accomplish all this. But for right now, if you want to go out and practice against, just regular AIs or even the Elite AI, and get used to this idea, then feel free. But the next video is going to come out real quick, and the next video is going to show you how we're going to accomplish this against the Elite AI, and we're going to set our foundation so that going forward we're used to making a lot of stuff as Protoss, and it's really going to help us out.